Hey guys, Peter here to do a concert review. Yes, you heard me right. This is a concert review. Suicide Silence. They embarked on this virtual 2020 tour, and today was the last show of that tour in the city of Toronto, virtually, obviously. I've never seen the band live before. This was my first experience watching them play, and I'm really happy with what they've set up for this virtual tour. I've seen a lot of shows, a lot of streamed shows during this pandemic, and all of them have their caveats. All of them have their positives and their negatives, if you will. I felt that they covered every single base with this live stream. They really went outside the box, if you will. Here's a band that understands what their fans expect from them. They understand their fan base, and they really understand who they are as a band, what their music is all about, and how can we create a show that makes the fans feel like they're interacting with us even though they're not present in the same room. I felt that they ticked all the boxes. Starting off with the setup, they were socially distancing from each other. Each band member had its own position on the stage, if you will. So they were keeping their distance apart. But the camera angles that they were using, with the exception of the one that panned out and gave you a full glance of everybody on stage at the same time, with the exception of that angle, you almost had the feeling that they were not doing that, this was just a regular show. So I really like the camera angles. I really like the changes between the band members and giving you that feel like you're on the front row of a live performance and your eyes are just going from band member to band member depending on where the song is taking you. The performance and the cinematography of this concert, of this stream, had the ability to do that for me. So I really enjoyed that. I only really realized that I was watching a live stream when it panned out. And then you see them social distancing, you see them a little bit apart from each other on stage, and then you realize that this is not an actual concert, that you're there, present there, that this is something that's being streamed. But up until that point, you really feel connected with the band, you really feel like you're part of the show. So from a cinematography perspective, from a videography perspective, I really enjoyed the stream, I really enjoyed the different camera angles, and I really enjoyed the energy that those angles brought to the performance, brought to the songs, that allowed me to really feel like I was there and feel like I was part of that experience, even though I'm sitting in my living room and watching the show through a laptop screen. That was the first aspect of it. The second aspect of it, I like the chat box being on the side of the performance, so you're able to chat with everybody else that's there, that's watching this show. It almost makes you feel like you're just there in the front row, trading lines with each other or singing along or whatever it is that you enjoy doing when you go to a live performance. That possibility was there. You didn't have to go to a separate window. You didn't have to pop in a second window, which happens a lot during these live streams. And it worked flawlessly. You had the main window that is showing you the show. You have the side window, all part of one large screen that's showing you the chat that allows you to engage with the other viewers. I really like that setup. And then having the store underneath works extremely well. Once again, you don't have to click and go somewhere else. It actually allowed me to shop. I bought a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and allowed me to shop while still watching the performance. I've seen some of these live streams where I try to buy something during the performance because there's either a sale or the ability to purchase certain items ends once the concert is over. And then when you click on the items, it takes you to a separate window. It closes the concert altogether. You lose the stream, and it becomes a huge kerfuffle. It wasn't the case. It allowed me to pick my items, do my shopping, still watch the stream at the same time, because this was happening on a side window, really small window that didn't block my view and really allowed me to enjoy both things and purchase my clothing, almost like going to the merch stand while the band is still playing. You know their set perhaps is coming to an end. There's 2 more songs left, and you want to beat the rush to that merch stand. You want to get there before everybody else starts to go there. So even in that aspect of this live stream, it had a little bit of that sense of being there, that you just walk to the merch stand, but you're still watching the concert at the same time. On top of all of this, they gave the audience a chance of voting for songs that they would play as the set progressed. I really like that. It adds that sense of interaction with the audience and adds that sense of interaction with the band. Something different from all the streams that I've seen. I hadn't seen this option yet available to anybody, so I really like that aspect. I like their set overall, by the way. They really mixed a lot of the older stuff with newer stuff from their new album, so they did a very good job balancing the set. I don't know how the set was across the whole tour. I don't know how much they changed it, but for the Toronto show, was a magnificent set. I honestly couldn't have picked anything better. I felt like I got a little bit of their greatest hits. I got a little bit of everything that they had to offer, considering that they played for an hour. The stream was for an hour. After the stream, there was a Q&A that allowed the fans to once again interact with the band and ask questions. I always enjoy that aspect. You don't get that during a live performance unless the band goes to the merch stand and you happen to catch them there and ask them a few questions. So this gave the fans a chance to perhaps ask things that otherwise they wouldn't have a chance to ask. But even before we get into that, during the stream itself, they would play a few songs and then they would break and they would have a vignette, like a little clip, some jokes, something fun, something that really shows what the band is all about. It really shows the character of the band. It really shows who they are as people, and it really has a little bit of their personality mixed into that. So you got to laugh a little bit at the jokes, at the things that they were doing, at their little storytelling things that they included into this live stream. That was something really out of the box. I haven't seen many of these streams that included things like that. It's something that's pre-recorded, is obviously not happening live as the performance is, but it also allows the band to take a break between songs, change things up a little bit, and see what's working, and perhaps fix any technical issues that might be happening behind the scenes that we don't have a chance to see or notice. I'm not necessarily overly excited about the idea of cutting into these vignettes during the stream, because I would rather see that time being used for more songs, because at the end of the day, you're paying for the songs. You're not necessarily paying for the jokes, and you want to cram as many tracks as possibly during a live stream or during a concert period. So I'm not a huge fan of it, but it definitely showed a different side of them. It definitely showed a more intimate side of the band, of who they are as people, and I always appreciate that. But I think you can get a little bit of that in between, perhaps the end of the concert in the Q&A, or even during the Q&A. I think you can edit the stream in a different way that allows more tracks to be included into the performance and not as many cuts into these vignettes, into these little side stories, these comedy jams, if you will. But overall, it was an incredible stream. I really liked the videography of it. The cinematography of it was extremely well done. It really captured the essence of a Suicide Silence performance, in my opinion, having been the first time that I've seen them live, but obviously listening to the band, I kind of get a feel for what you're going to get during a live show, and I think it was really well captured during this live stream. I really enjoyed it. I was glued to it. I watched every single minute of it, and I'm really happy that I had the chance to catch them at their Toronto virtual stop. So if you guys have a chance to go back and watch some, or if they do this again, I really hope they do this again down the road, because we honestly don't know when it's going to be the next time we're going to be able to see these guys live. So I really hope that they go down this path again. I think it works. It's really enjoyable. I just hope they tweak some of the elements and expand the amount of tracks as much as possible, because at the end of the day, that's what the fans want and that's what they're coming in for. But everything else, as far as the visual, the setup, the chat box, the store, how everything else was put together, flawless. I love the setup. I love how everything worked. Really fluid, really connected. Once again, giving you that sense of being at a live performance, even though you're sitting in your living room. That's it, guys. Let me know if you guys catched any of the performances that they had during this 2020 virtual tour. I would really be interested in hearing your feedback. What were your thoughts on those vignettes? What was your thought on the overall stream, on the quality of the stream, or on the videography of the stream? The audio, I really like the audio as well, because you could really hear all the different elements of the band. It was not like it was one of these sounds that was muffled and something was covered. That was not the case. Everything was very professionally done and really optimized. But I would really like to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this 2020 virtual tour? You don't get this a lot. A lot of bands are doing one-off show here and there, but these guys actually did a 2020 virtual tour across several cities with different time zones in order to be able to reach as many fans as possible. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading those and definitely getting back to you guys. Take care.